Class, let's go ahead and get lesson 4-1 underway, completing problems 1 through 24. I have all the odd ones, so you have all the even ones. It says in exercise 1-6, write an equation of a line with the given slope. If I write an equation with these slopes, since the slope is 2, remember we write everything as y equals mx plus b. Well, if our slope is 2, that means m will be 2, and the y-intercept is 9, that would be, b is our y-intercept, so that's 9. So this would be written as y equals 2x plus 9, all right? Please remember, this is our slope, m, and b is our y-intercept. Okay, let's see how we did with number 1. Y equals 2x plus 9. All right, let's go ahead and work number 3 then. If I see the slope is -3, I'm going to replace my m with -3, my y with 0. I don't have to put plus anything, so it's going to be y equals -3. -3x, excuse me, -3x. And number 5, my slope is 2/3, so that's going to be 2/3 x. Y-intercept is -8. It should be y equals 2/3 x minus 8. Y equals 2/3 x minus 8. All right, let's, you have 2, 4, and 6. Let's go on to number 7. So write an equation of the line and slope intercept based on the graph now. If we're basing this on the graph, I know I have 2 coordinates that are given here, right? I got 3, and I have 0, 2. Remember, I can make either one of these 1 or 2 when putting them in my slope formula, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and make this one number 2 and this one number 1. For those that forgot the slope formula, it's y2 minus y1. Excuse me, sorry about that. Over x2 minus x1. Well, if we're making this one number 2, that would be y2 would be 3, right? So that's going to equal 3 minus y1. So y1, as we see here, is 2. So it would be 3 minus 2. And then x2 would be over here with number 2. X is 3 minus x1, and x over here is 0. This will give us 3 minus 2, which is 1, and 3 minus 0, which is 3. So our slope is going to be 1/3. So that tells me we're going to have y equals 1/3 x. Remember, that's our slope. And the y-intercept is where it crosses through y. And that's at 1, 2, right? If this is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, this must be 2. So positive 2. All right, let's see how we did on that one. Looks like I have to erase mine. Remember, y equals 1/3 x plus 2 was our answer. And that's exactly what we got. Y equals 1/3 x plus 2. All right, now you know how. Let's look at number 9 now. This time we have the slopes 0, 0, and -3 and 4. I'm going to make this one my 2, this one my 1. I'm going to follow my formula up there. That's going to give me y2 will be 4. All right, remember this is xy always in that order, xy. So that's going to be 4 minus 0 over -3 minus 0. This, of course, is going to give us 4 over -3, which is equal to a negative 4 over 3. Our slope is going to be y is equal to negative 4 over 3x. And it crosses through 0, so I could leave it like that. I could even turn this to y is equal to negative 1 and 1/3 x to simplify it. All right, let's see how we did. Y is equal to negative 4 over 3x. That's what we had here. I wish they would have simplified it, honestly. I hate it when they leave it like that, but I understand it makes it easier to count down 4 and over 3. All right, let's go to number 11. You had 8 and 9 to do. This time we're using tables. Once again, I can use any of these coordinates as my x and y. Remember, x's are up here, y's are over here. So I'm going to make this my 2 and this my 1. Okay? So in this one, I'll put, remember, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's our slope formula. Well, I'm making y2 is going to be 4. And I'll be subtracting y1, which would be 7. And then over here, I'd have for my x, 2, and x1 would be 1. This is going to give me a negative 3 over 1. All right, that's my slope. So right now I know that I'm dealing with a slope of y equals, well, anything over 1 is itself, so negative 3x. And then where does it cross y? Remember, it crosses y, or my y-intercept will be when x is 0. So x is 0 here, that means y is 10. So plus 10. And let's see how we did. Y equals negative 3x plus 10. All right, now you know how. You have number 12 to do. I'm going to do number 13 with y'all. Once again, we're looking for 1 to be 2 and 1 to be 1. We could pick any one of these. I think I'll make this one, oh, why not? We'll make this one 2 this time, and we'll make this one 1, okay? Just to show you it can be any order. So we're following this same format here. My y2 is going to be negative 4. My oh, I'm sorry, that's my x2. I totally messed that up. Let me go back before I confuse you anymore. Okay, so my y2 is going to be negative 8 minus my y1, which would be negative 16. Okay? Then my x2 is going to be negative 4 minus my x1, which would be negative 2. And now I'm ready to go ahead and change this. I know that this is really a negative times a negative, be a positive. This is negative 8 plus 16. This is negative 4 plus 2. Negative 8 plus 16 will give me 8. Negative 4 plus 2 will give me negative 2. So now I know my slope is equal to, let's see, well, 8 divided by 2 is 4, so this would be negative 4. So now I know I have y is equal to negative 4x. Now I got to find out where x is 0. That's y, negative 24. Negative 24. And let's see how we did. I should have y equals negative 4x minus 24. 14 is yours to do. I'm moving on to number 15. Write a linear function f with the given values. All right, so this might seem a bit confusing, but please remember, when they say f of a number, that means f of x. All right, so in both of these are the x's. And when it says f of x, f times x, the function of x will always be y. All right, so now we can go ahead and put this in our slope formula again. I shouldn't have to show it, but I'll do it one more time. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, I'm going to make this one my, I'll make this one my 2, this one my 1. All right, so if I do that, y2 is going to be 4 minus y1, which would be 2. My x2 will be 2 minus my x1, which would be 0. This is going to give me 4 minus 2, which is 2, 2 minus 0, which is 2, and 2 over 2, of course, equals 1. All right? So when writing a linear function for this one, I know it's going to be y equals, well, 1. We never put that in front of x. We just put x, right? Now we got to see where y is. Well, when x is 0, y is 2. So we can say it's plus 2. All right? Let's go ahead and check and see how we did on that one. The function of x is x plus 2, right? Remember, the function of x is y. And I guess when they're saying linear function, I should have put f of x instead of y, but x plus 2 is what it equates to. All right? You have number 16. I'm going to go on to number 17. This time we have, well, again, remember this is always x. This is always y. Right, if I'm doing this, I'll make this one my 2 this time and this one my 1. Doesn't really matter, but I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to use the same formula up here. Okay, I'm not going to write it out again, but my y2 would be negative, or excuse me, y2 would be negative 3. And I'm going to be minusing y2 or y1, which is negative 2. And then my x2 will be 4, minusing my x1, which would be 0. This is going to give me negative 3 plus 2 over 4. And negative 3 plus 2, of course, is negative 1. So my slope is negative 1 over 4. All right? So when I write my formula, I'm going to have y is equal to, well, I'm sorry, they want function of x. So let me write it the way they want it. F of x is equal to negative 1/4 x. You could even put negative x over 4 if you wanted to. And then remember, when x is 0, then the y-intercept is revealed negative 2. So number 17 should be f of x equals negative 1/4 x minus 2. That's exactly what I got here. All right. Let's see, 18 is yours to do. That means I'll be doing number 19. Okay, so once again, I'm going to make this my x, this my y, x, and y. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and make, let's see, I'll make this one my 1. I'll make this one my 2 and this one my 1. So if I do this one, remember y2 is 1. We'll be minusing y1, which is negative 4. That'll be over x2, which is negative 1/2, minus 0, right? x1, which is 0. This is going to give us, well, 1 plus 4 over, well, this is still going to be negative 1/2, isn't it? When I solve this, 1 plus 4 is 5. And then we still have a negative 1/2 here. I know what you're thinking, how on earth do we do this? Remember, when we got a fraction to fraction, we do keep, change, flip, right? So the answer to this would be 5 over 1 times 2 over 1, which would equal actually negative 2 over 1. And that's going to give me a negative 10 over 1. So that equals negative 10. All right? So over here I can say I'm going to have y equals negative 10x. And remember, when x is 0, that reveals my y-intercept negative 4. So let's see how we did on that one. f of x, oh, I put y again, equals negative 10x minus 4. Sorry about that. I slipped up again there. Let me fix that because I feel horrible that I keep on using y, even though it really does represent the same thing, the function of x. All right, 20 is for you to do. I guess I'm going on to 21. Looks like I forgot to go ahead and do the animation on 21. So the answer is already here. Let's just go through it. Write a linear function f with the given values. So on 21, we've got x and then f of x. Please always remember f of x is really y, okay? So we have our x and y coordinate. So they're saying, well, in this particular example, they've taken 1, right? And remember, y is, they're using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So by them having a 1 here, it means they use this one here as their 2's, right? And that would explain why y is 1, right? And then x is 0, right? And so by them using a negative 1, that tells you they use this one as their 1, right? Their y1. So minusing negative 1, which means they minus 1 down here. And as you see, they followed negative times a negative is a positive. So it's 1 plus 1 equals 2. 0 minus 1 is still negative 1. And 2 over negative 1 is, well, that's going to give us a negative 2. So our slope is negative 2. And now we remember that when x is 0, y will be 1. So we'll have y equals negative 2x plus 1. All right, 22 is yours to do. I'm going on to do number 23. 23, describe and correct the error in writing an equation of the line with a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 7. Okay, it says describe and correct with a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 7. So what did they do here? It seems pretty obvious to me. They actually took the slope, right, and made it, they took the y-intercept and they made it the slope. That's incorrect. And they took the slope and turned it to y-intercept. This is backwards. So to correct this, we would actually have to put y equals 2x plus 7. Let's see what they wrote down for their answer. And it says the slope and y-intercept were substituted incorrectly. The slope is 2, so m is 2, that's right. And the y-intercept is 7, that's correct. So we will have y equals 2x plus 7. That's exactly what we got. All right, 24 is yours to do. All right, guys, I will see you in class for grading. Have a great night, and see you in class.